Hi, I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to the Let's Keep Moving with Risha podcast. This is Risha. I'm a motivational speaker, content creator, and I love talking about things that will help you keep moving in your life, especially on areas like your mental health, love, growth, and everything in between. So if you're ready, let's keep moving. So, hello, welcome back. I'm so grateful to be back at this kind of setup again. And I'm finally seeing you right now and you're seeing me. So, what a great day, diba? And today's episode is kind of strange kasi hindi ko din alam kung bakit sa tinagal-tagal nating nagpo-podcast, it took us 40 episodes to be able to talk about this. Why did this kind of situation ever happened? What took me so long to talk about this? But I guess everything happens for a reason because one follower of mine, one from you guys, reached out to me asking my thoughts about people pleasing and how do we really stop it? So, a lot of my generation is suffering from people pleasing. Grabe, we can spot people pleasing at very typical places or typical situations. As simple as iisipin mo pa yung iisipin ng ibang tao sa pagsuot mo or pagpili mo ng susuoting damit. Or minsan kapag mag-share ka ng post or pictures mo sa Facebook, iniisip mo din kung ano yung iisipin ng ibang tao. Like matutuwa ba sila or what? It's doing something for the sake of being complimented or hearing praises about other people or from other people about you. And in a lot of cases, people-pleasing behavior is motivated by insecurities and low self-esteem caused by a lot of things like trauma bonds during childhood and people who were neglected or mistreated or sometimes abused by their caregivers and sometimes their parents often grow up trying to please other people in hopes na they would receive positive attention or attention alone and care. And there's a lot of ways in which we practice people pleasing. And kagaya ng sabi ko, makikita natin siya in every little detail ng mga ginagawa natin on a daily basis. It could be as simple as apologizing too often. Kapag, alam niyo yun, may mga kilala ba kayong ganon na sorry ng sorry, like super dalas nilang mag-sorry. It could also be seen on people who are having a hard time saying no, people who are not communicating their needs and ignoring their feelings, people who want to be liked all the time, people who are preoccupied with other people's circumstances, people who have anxiety, people who are suffering from perfectionism, people who are having a hard time setting boundaries. Another way of people pleasing is when you feel guilty. Diba sometimes we feel guilty doing certain things for ourselves when in fact it's really for our own good pero nagigilty tayo. So dito napapasok yung madami pang possible ways in which our generation is practicing this people-pleasing. So, one of the stories that I can share with you regarding people-pleasing is, of course, another personal experience. Diba, syempre kapag college and yung mga colleges kasi, syempre nasa city, bihira yung mga dito sa malapit, or kung meron man, yung mga limited courses lang. So, I am studying college sa city, sa Batangas City. And it so happened na kailangan kong mag-apartment kasi nga super hectic kung magbabiyahe ako every day for over 1 hour. So nakakapagod. And super lucky ako na merong apartment yung kaibigan ko back in senior high school. So, naghati kami sa apartment. So, dalawa kami doon sa apartment. And last semester kasi OJT niya. So, hindi siya madalas sa apartment. And bihira siyang pumunta. And magbe-message lang sa akin yung best friend ko na yun kapag pupunta siya. So, ang tendency, kapag alam kong pupunta siya, doon ako maglilinis. And yeah, it's a people-pleasing habit or a people-pleasing behavior. Maglilinis lang kapag may alam na dadating na bisita, kapag may dadating na kung sino, or kapag may pupunta sa bahay. So, dun lang maglilinis. So, we kind of based our behavior or kung maglilinis ba tayo hindi doon sa padating na tao or kung may dadating na tao. And, napapractice ko yan dito sa bahay kasi sometimes, di ba, kapag yung fiestahan or may birthday yan sa inyo, dun lang puspusan ng paglilinis. Dun lang hapit sa paglilinis. So, kind of, when you think about it, it's a people-pleasing act. It's a people-pleasing behavior. The question is, how do we lessen that people-pleasing behavior? How do we stop? I mean, let's not lean towards stopping it kasi it's impossible. We're connected. We feel. We're human beings. We're supposed to be connected with other people. And it's normal to somehow be affected by them. But sometimes it's over. Sometimes it's already affecting our daily views and perceptions about life. So, today, how do we really stop it? And if you're curious how I am somehow managing my people-pleasing behavior, then without further ado, let's keep moving. Let's get straight to number 1. Figure out why. Like, bakit? Bakit ka nagpi-people please? Or bakit gusto mo yung opinion ng ibang tao? Or bakit mo kino-consider pa yan? Kasi, at the end of the day, what matters most is you. What do you like? What do you enjoy doing? What matters most to you? In childhood, sometimes, yes, our parents were inconsistent in handling us, and they had high expectations of us. And napansin natin siguro na kapag di natin sila minimake proud or if we're not pleasing them, we're not being rewarded. So, one tendency growing up, we kind of wanted to be praised, we kind of wanted to be everyone's favorite. And it leads to people-pleasing. And here's the thing, do you like this person or not? Kasi sometimes hindi na sa parents or hindi na sa sister, sa family mo na-apply yung people-pleasing. Sometimes generally sa lahat na ng tao. And ask yourself, do you like this person or not? Like, does this person's opinion of me matter? Kasi baka hindi. I understand how you wanted to be liked by your parents, by your sisters, by your crush, or by someone special to you. But let's not take it from there muna. Let's take it from all the people you're trying to please. Kasi ang dami. And sometimes their opinion of you doesn't matter naman. What matters most is your family, your loved ones, the people close to you, the people you value. And from there, kapag na-figure out mo na kung bakit mo piniplease tong mga taong to, it's simply because these people are special to you. It's simply just that. These people are special to you. That's why you are pleasing them. And you can take it from there na. You can try communicating your thoughts, your feelings to your family members, to your loved ones, to the people close to you, to the people who matter. And when I mean figure out why, again, like what I'm repeatedly telling this to everybody. And when I mean figure out why, like what I've been telling with everybody. You cannot fix something you cannot make sense of. If hindi mo alam kung saan galing yan, if bakit ka nagkakaganyan, it's really hard to get past it. So what I can recommend is you get honest with yourself, you get in touch with your inner child, you get in touch with your truest self. Why are you people pleasing? Is it because you were taught that you needed to do something for others in order for you to be loved and validated? Was it because you were only shown attention when you achieved something? Was it because you were praised only when you were compliant and you did what you were told? Was it because you had to keep your parents in a good mood for you to not be a burden to them? It's hard and it's painful, but I have to tell you this, and it has to come from me. You have to figure out why. You have to figure out why you're people pleasing, why you want attention from others. Kasi that's the first step towards healing and kind of lessening your people pleasing behavior. Following up to that, when you already know why, when you already know the root cause, it's time that you understand that it's so important to build your self-esteem and your self-worth. We were raised kasi na makaka-receive lang tayo ng compliment kapag naka-achieve tayo ng something. Then kapag wala na tayong na-achieve, wala tayong honor, wala na din yung positive affirmations from other people. And I felt that. So, ang tendency, growing up, gusto natin nako-compliment tayo. Gusto natin napupuri tayo. To the point na ang purpose na natin why we want to achieve something is because it feels so good to be praised. It feels so good to receive compliments. To tell you guys, I am so done with it. I'm grateful that I experienced the season of receiving a lot of praises and compliments. Kasi back in high school, I was a consistent honor student. So you can imagine every grading, every semester, I receive a lot of good words from people. That I'm good, that my parents are lucky, that I am smart, that I am good at what I do, that I am responsible, that I am a good child, and all of those things. But college came and it happened so quickly. I was not excelling anymore as I have opted to pursuing creative stuff, and I did not receive any compliments anymore because people do not know what I'm doing. Society doesn't believe that there is success in other side apart from school. And I'm grateful that for a very long time, starting college, I was not receiving any compliment or praises from people because that's the time I realized all I had was me. It was the time I realized that praises from others or compliments from others will never cure my self-esteem or self-worth issues. Kahit gaano pa kadaming compliments or praises ang matanggap mo from others, kahit gaano mo pa sila i-please, if you have self-esteem issues, if you are not okay internally, then it's not sustainable. Kasi the truth is, rebuilding your self-esteem, your self-love, your self-worth is an inside job. They are all an inside job. Yes, college came and the compliment stopped. Yes, when I was in high school, I so love receiving praises and compliments. I so love it. But college came nga and the compliments I received through the years during high school did not save me from my insecurities. Dahil hindi sustainable ang praises, ang compliments lang. It's all inner work. Kaya right now, even if people do not care about what I do, even if people do not appreciate the work that I do, or everything or every creative stuff I do, it's okay. The work I'm doing is for me. More than ever, I feel grateful that what I do, that the creative stuff I'm doing impacts the lives of people. It's helping with their mental health. It's helping with your mental health. But even if no one appreciates it, and when I was starting, no one really did appreciate it. No one sees it other than the few people who really resonated with me. And I still managed to go through it all. Kasi hindi naman praises and compliments ang dahilan kung bakit ko to ginagawa. Kasi hindi naman compliments from other people ang dahilan kung bakit gusto kong gawin yung ginagawa ko. It's all inner work, and I'm so happy doing it. My love, if you're currently finding value on today's podcast episode, I truly appreciate it if you can give me a 5-star rating here on Spotify because it will really mean a lot to me and especially for the show as it will help us reach more people and continue delivering meaningful content. So, a 5-star rating would really mean a lot. So, going back, yes, people pleasing, it's hard to cure. And I felt like there would always be a part of me that would want praises and compliments from others. And hindi na mawawala yun. It's just that sometimes it in itself is not enough. Hindi pwedeng praises and compliments lang. It's time that we get happy with the work we're doing regardless of people's opinions, regardless of people's thoughts and beliefs. So, it would help if you figure out why you're people pleasing. And it would also help if starting from today, Like starting from now, do something to build your self-esteem and self-worth. It means go on to experiences, give value to people, share your thoughts, practice your talents, go out there and show up for yourself. Kasi it's your way of honoring who you really are. It's your way of honoring your potential, and it's your way of believing na there's a lot more in store for you. And yun yung gusto natin. Gusto natin na no one can break us because we have worked long enough to build our self-worth and self-esteem. The third, for me, that you can do to start lessening people-pleasing behavior is practice being assertive. And this one is hard. We had to do this the hard way. You know, I think one of the thing that I am very much proud with my sister right now is hindi na siya nahihiya kapag may gusto siyang hingiin sa cashier, sa restaurant, sa mga tao. It's just that as young as now, I want her to believe that there's nothing wrong with voicing your opinion out. And there's nothing wrong with asking for your needs. Di ba madalas sa mga bata, takot silang humingi ng extra na kutsara sa cashier or dun sa section na pagkukunan, takot sila to do things their way, takot sila mautusan, inuutusan sa iba, takot silang maiwanan. But honestly, yung sister ko, like, utusan mo siya, pwedeng pahingi ako ng tissue doon, pwedeng ihingi mo ko doon sa cashier ng ganito, pwedeng itanong mo sa ganito yung ganyan. Di na siya nahihiya. And maybe this is the message you have to hear from me. Practice being assertive. Like, ask for what you want. It's time you say no to things you don't like doing. It's time you say no when you're so tired and your friend is inviting you over a party. It's time you say no when you really don't like doing it and you're not comfortable. If ayaw mong gawin yung project, yung assignment, yung task for you, try to communicate it. Try lang. Like, you have the right to say no even if people will make you feel bad about it. And it's not your job to make people happy or feel good about your boundaries. Your boundaries have nothing to do with the people around you. It has everything to do with you. So it's not about them, it's about you. And you're saying no because you are too uncomfortable. And it's the uncomfortable that you don't want. You are saying no, not because you don't like it or you're not open to experience, but because it's beyond your boundaries. And that's what I want you to hear. There's nothing wrong with saying no. There's nothing wrong with knowing that it's already too much. It's time for you to go home. There's nothing wrong with communicating that this project is not aligned with who you are and with what your skills are, and it's time for you to voice it out. There is nothing wrong with letting people know that this is not in alignment with who you really are. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. The undeniable truth in this lifetime is you can't make everyone happy. You cannot get what you want if you're trying to make every human being around you happy. Let people judge you. Let people think bad things about you. Let people think you're cringe. Let people misinterpret you. Let people think you don't have a dream. Let people gossip about you. There are decisions you have that won't be celebrated by others. There are a lot of decisions that you're gonna make, and these are the decisions that won't make other people happy. And may mga desisyon talaga na hindi nila maiintindihan dahil hindi nila gustong intindihin. The last thing we want is for you to change your beliefs, for you to change your values, and for you to change who you are just because you want to please other people. Just because you want to please people you don't even like. The rule of thumb here is never ever change who you are to please others. Never ever change yourself for the worse to please other people. It's, my friend, it's a dangerous place to be. And I don't want you to be there. You are more than this. Palagi ko tong sasabihin, you are more than what people did to you. You are not what others did to you. It's a thing that my friend recently found told me. You are not what others did to you, Risha. You are not what others think of you, Risha. You are more than this. You do not, ano nga sabi niya sa akin, you do not deserve better. You deserve the best, and you deserve the right one. And I think that stuck with me. And it might not be directly connected with our episode today, because I think what I just said was quite deep, but somehow it does connect. You are more than what others think of you. That's about it, everybody. Thank you so much for being with me today. I know that this podcast has long been overdue. A lot of people have been asking this so many times before, and it makes me also sad that it took us 40 episodes before we talk about this. Pero sana nakatulong, and I really value your time, and I really appreciate you being here. I know you could have been somewhere else, but you chose to be here. You chose this podcast, you chose me, and you chose yourself. And I hope you got some insights, because like always, I'd love to know your thoughts. For today's episode, ang Q&A natin is, whose opinion do you always consider before making a decision? Juicy. But kaninong opinion yung lagi nyong kinoconsider bago kayo mag-desisyon? Next is, are you a people pleaser? Do you think you are a people pleaser? You can also share your favorite takeaways on social media, and please don't forget to tag me at Risha Marceliana, because I always love to hear from people who are listening on the show, and I know that you have some great insights to share. So I just really can't wait to see what resonated most with you. Again, this has been your friend and your host, Risha. Know that I'm grateful for you. I have always been, and I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you big time. I'll see you in the next few days. Don't forget to always keep moving. Bye!